You just tuned into KCAA 1050 AM with our new hour, our new edition, Oldies with the Classic Glamour Dolls. Is that right, Crispy Taco?
Yes, Oldies with the CGDs, Classic Glamour Dude.
Crispy Taco, Boss Lady, and
Yazzie baby.
Yazzie baby.
only what Gigi is missing, right?
It was pretty cool having Gigi here representing San Diego.
I miss her. I know. It was awesome. I think she belongs on the radio.
She does.
She was doing great, right?
So how about them oldies, huh?
A whole hour,
Yes.
taking it old school. I love it though. I love that oldies hour. It kind of relaxes me before I start all the interviews.
You know
hour.
what it reminds me of? It reminds me, you're going to laugh, cruising
Oh,
with you when
my
I was 15, when you used to take me out, sneak out at
In her
night.
convertible?
Yeah.
When it was cold and we would go like all the way to go pick you up in my little beanie with the top down,
Yeah,
3 o'clock in the morning.
The girls had stuff in their hair. Now I'm in the bag. We had a blanket sometimes.
Remember when we had your brother and
And he tried jumping out of the car?
it was one of his moments.
One of many moments. Yeah, I'm excited. Like you said, I like this show. It does calm you down for the interview.
For the second hour. And we're going to be interviewing the Rockabilly Mafia dolls tonight.
Sounds like a game, but I promise it's not.
It's a sisterhood.
Sisterhood.
That gives back to the community. So I'm really excited for having him on the show, the 8 to 9 hour, and really find out who these girls are and what they're about. And I know I saw a picture today in regards to I think it was for the fire department. So I think they were giving back.
Oh, you know what I did?
Did you see it too?
They glammed up some girls, right?
I don't know what it is, but I can't wait to ask them.
Yeah, we glammed up some girls, make them look beautiful.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty cool.
So what movie guy?
You know what? Oh my gosh.
I want to know the movies.
Great movies. The first one that I saw was Captain Phillips with Tom Hanks, and it's actually, some of it is based on the true story. It was that one, not really an incident, but the pirates, there was actual pirates from Somalia. They took this ship for ransom, and usually they call it their waters. And there's also a book called Captain Phillips based on it. So it's some true events, some are based on a book. And basically these pirates take over the ship, but they don't succeed like fully. Like they want $10 million, but they don't have $10 million. They have 30,000 in the ship. So Tom Hanks he's the captain, he's the main one, and then the guy from Somalia, he goes, oh no, I'm the captain. But they actually have guns and stuff. And the Americans, the ones that are passing through Somalia, they don't have guns with them. They don't carry guns with them. So yeah, it's a really good movie, and it's actually kind of like sad at the end. But nobody dies. Like Americans, no one dies. But the Somalians do end up dying. That was one of them. Another one that
Did you just tell us the ending?
No, that wasn't the ending. There's more to it, so you guys have to watch it. Another one is Machete Kills with Danny Trejo.
Oh my God.
He's the main one. Have you
Can't
seen
wait.
it?
No, I want to see it.
It's a really good movie. I won't tell you too much about it, but Danny Trejo's the main actor. Michelle Rodriguez is in it.
Everybody
Sofia
comes
Vergara,
out in it, huh?
and Lady Gaga.
We all know Crispy Taco's a big fan of Lady
Yes, and then the third one that came out, it's only in selective theaters, was Haunt. It was actually a good movie. They only played it in one theater in Corona that I know of, but it was actually a really good movie. It's about this family that they move into this new brand new home, those old creepy old Victorian homes, and then the house is haunted. So it's kind of like it's kind of scary, typical haunted. Also, Gravity. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it.
Everybody's talking about that movie. That is like a must-see.
It had the best. It had really great reviews. Like great reviews.
You just tuned into KCAA 1050 AM with the Classic Glamour Dolls. Oldies with the Classic Glamour Dolls, right, Crispy?
Yes, that's it. And Classic Glamour Dude.
The CGDs. It could stand for dolls or dudes. And we are going to talk. Well, first I want to do my shout-outs. Like every Sunday, I always do shout-outs and dedications and stuff. I post it on my Facebook, and I let you guys Facebook me back. So first off, Paris Perez. She wants me to send her my cell phone number. I got to do that. What's up, Paris? I know her. The next one, Daniel Alexander Alvarez. Go Cowboys. That's mine. Laugh out loud. Vanessa Corona Estrella. Shout out to our friend, which is me. We love and miss you. Aw, thank you. I miss you guys too. And I saw your pictures, by the way, of Raylinda's walk, right? The chalk walk.
She was so
She's
cute.
so cute. Andreas, she says, it might be too late, but I'd like a memorial shout out to my recently deceased grandmother. I love you, Grandma, and miss you already. EXO. Alicia Anaux text me, Chula, got some goodies to send you. And she owns Trucha Gear, so be sure to check out truchagear.com.
Shout out to Mamacita.
Yes. Manuel Lopez, shout out to MPH Photography. Go ahead and check them out on Facebook. And the next one, Robert Morrissey, Nerium AD, so, which is www.mynewskin.info. Go ahead and check them out, nerium.com. Awesome. Jazzy Baby.
Yes.
How are you doing? How was your weekend?
It was good. Just went to a party yesterday, but
How was that?
it was pretty fun. It ended kind of early because of cops, but
Really?
yeah.
They raided it?
And it's weird because this house is like isolated. It's just nothing but land around, so who could have called, you know? It was weird.
There's always some neighbor that wants to rain on someone's parade.
But at least everybody was safe, right?
Yeah.
How was the DJ? I heard they had a good DJ.
He was really good. Mostly
Shout out.
house music.
Awesome.
Oh, really? Does he have like an Instagram, Facebook? We can look him up later. You know me, and I'm all about Instagram.
Let's talk about trending topics. I actually gave this to Jazzy Baby as homework. She's going to talk about trending topics. What's going on right now in the social media world?
Did you guys hear what happened with Ariana Grande and her ex?
No.
Okay, well, Ariana Grande was falsely accused of cheating because her ex wants 15 minutes of fame.
What do you mean, though? What do you mean?
Okay.
Okay, I did hear something about that.
I didn't.
Okay, well, let's look on PerezHilton.com.
Well, I guess-
Sorry, my words.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
He says, we know breakups can be complicated, but Ariana Grande's split with Jai Brooks is freaking out of control. Sure, the two have been split for a little, but Jai has just recently came out on Twitter to accuse Ariana of cheating on him with her new beau, the Wanted's Nathan Sykes. And when we say he accused her, we mean he dragged her sweet little name through the way more than 140 characters mud. But we hear from exclusive source that this boy stirred the pot because he was looking to snag his 15 minutes of fame. We were told, I know the two well, and this is a classic case of a nobody trying to use someone's fame as a way of leverage his own pursuit of stardom. Ariana never cheated on Jai.
Aww.
How do we know this? I don't know.
Because Paris says it. That's why.
Somebody, he dragged her sweet little, what did he say?
Behind? I don't know. Oh, Bio? Her boyfriend?
No, sweet little name. Sweet little name.
Wow. That's, I don't know. What do you think about that, Christine?
I don't know. Girls cheat.
So do guys.
Of course, everybody does. What about...
I think he just wanted his 15 minutes of fame.
But the topic, yeah, the topic. Well, unfortunately, I think things like that, like they happen.
You're
you know,
right.
you can't stop it.
And if it's not cheating, it's something else. It's drugs. Kind of like Chloe's...
Oh my
like
God,
Lamar.
that goes into another trending topic. I know. I had to keep up with the Kardashians this weekend. I
Literally was
actually
keeping up.
watched it. But you know what? When I was scrolling down to all the, because you know with the in demand you can watch.
Oh,
them
yeah,
all.
yeah. The shows.
I actually wanted to just see Kim's baby shower. That was my whole point. Like I skipped all of them just to see her baby shower.
You know what the tabloids were saying is that she still wears her wedding ring. So they're separated, but she still wears it.
Freaking tabloids.
I wonder if she's doing it because for more like attention. I mean, she doesn't need the fame, obviously, but I wonder if she wants to get her name out there right now. Maybe she has a product coming out or something. You know how the stars do that? Like a perfume or a clothing line, and then they want
Or
to see
maybe
her
really
ring.
nothing's wrong.
No, but they confirmed already that they're splitting. Just like Kris Jenner and Bruce Jenner.
Really?
They're splitting too. And then even like one of his sons, Brody Jenner, he confirmed and he said that they've been living in separate houses. They still love each other, but they're
But that's
they don't want to be
Kris
with.
Jenner.
Yeah, that's Kris Jenner. But
Yeah.
Chloe, she also confirmed something.
Wow. Well, that's the media world for you. Everybody, there's a story everywhere, and unfortunately, that sucks though because that's people's lives. You know what I mean?
Yep, here it is. Kris and Bruce Jenner split because she was keeping up with the Kardashians and not him. And then it says, well, it's not called keeping up with Bruce.
Well, you know what? She made them, Chris. Pretty much, she's the one that.
She's the one that sold Kim's sex tape and made her do it. I believe that too.
Well, you know what though? But what comes after is she was a smart businesswoman though. Regardless, I mean, she made pretty much an empire,
Right.
Kardashian empire, and she's the brains behind it. I think the daughters, but you know what? Not putting Chris behind. They all have their own beauty in their own way. So beauty sells. You know, it's all about image out there.
Yeah, that's funny, but it's true.
Yeah. So
On a better note, Jennifer Love Hewitt's pregnant.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, how cute.
So she's showing now her baby bump, and Adele got her driver's license. She passed her DMV test because she's from London, so they don't really drive over there. Other countries, you don't think about it, but they come here, and like people in New York, like Victoria Ortiz, she came here to pursue her career in singing, and she had to get her driving.
Everything.
She had to get a car and all that stuff. She said she just took subways and taxi cabs
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
New York for you.
They
Wow.
don't.
Cool. Cray. Any more topics?
Not really anything that interesting, like, oh my god, like the Ariana Grande one, but Crispy had one, didn't you?
The Khloe Kardashian
Oh, that's
one.
the one you had?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really been seeing anything like currently on the news. There's just so many things. I'm a big news freak, not really social media. So on the news, I'm always watching the news and seeing what's happening with, especially right now, the whole shutdown. What do you guys
Oh
feel about the
yeah,
whole
I heard
shutdown?
about that. That they don't want to pay. They're not gonna start. They're gonna start taking away Social Security.
And all that stuff. Yeah, that's horrible though.
That's-
Like the whole shutdown. And then you start thinking about everybody with a government job. What's next? You know?
I saw a sad picture online, and it was a little girl holding on to the gate at a zoo, and it said, "I can't take my daughter to the zoo" or something like. And it said closed for the government, whatever. And it was a cute little like 1 or 2 year old. You can just see the back of her head.
Aww.
It was funny,
Did
but
you
sad.
guys hear about Adrian Peterson?
No.
Adrian Peterson said to have met his son for the first time during hospital visit after assault. Is this football player that okay, we've already told you the tragic news of Adrian Peterson losing his 2-year-old son after an alleged assault from the child's mother's boyfriend. But now we hear that there is even more tragedy to this story. Did you guys didn't hear about that?
Nothing.
It's 2-year-old that supposedly the little boy's mom's boyfriend like beat him and killed him.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
2-year-old.
It's just this world.
Yeah.
It's all
And
cricket.
then we'll come back with some more
trending topics. If you guys have some trending topics, go ahead and Instagram us, Facebook us, Twitter us, anything, and then we'll
Twitter.
talk about it.
That sounds funny.
If you guys have
Twitter.
any questions
us.
too, any questions? You just tuned into KCAA 1050 AM with the Classic Glamour Dolls, oldies with the Classic Glamour Dolls, taking it back. That was "Lean on Me." I like that song.
I like that song.
I actually want to I felt like picking up the phone and calling someone. Call me. Anyways, back to trending topics. What do you have for us?
Real quick, going back a little bit to Kris Jenner and Bruce Jenner's split. There was a story on one of the on PerezHilton.com, and it talks about how Kylie and Kendall, how they pick sides, because one of them was always more attached to Bruce, the dad, and one of them was more attached. So I thought that was kind of interesting. It says that Kendall chose her dad's side, and Kylie chose more the mom's side. And Yasmin was telling me, which one's the pretty one, Kendall or Kylie?
I think it's Kylie, but you said Kendall.
There's one, but it's obvious.
There's the
like
tall one. There's a real
one of them has like a big nose. That's the ugly one.
Oh my god, I don't think none of them are ugly. I think they're both pretty.
Well, if you compare them, just them two, of course they're prettier than a lot of girls. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Oh my god, you crack me up.
I sounded so like
You
vain right
crack me up.
now. How about Miley Cyrus, huh? Oh my god, have you seen? There's so many posts, like YouTube videos, like.
Hey, but you know
memes.
what? Whatever it's kind of like how do you say? It's like an artist trying to figure herself out, I think. And even though like a lot of people look at it and I just feel she did something that really got social media cray. You know what I mean? Like it really stirred the and
Last
the
time there
pot,
was-
and I think even though it's wrong, I feel like because there's a lot of kids that look up to her, and essentially sold a lot of music.
More power to her and her naked body. But there's like a lot of memes, a lot of like like renditions of her music video for Wrecking Ball. And Yazzie was showing me today. There's a post. It's like a little video that they put together, and it's her when she was Hannah Montana, and she's speaking, and she goes, "I think drugs are dumb. I think I'll never be doing that, and I'll never do this." And then right next to her, they play her in her song, like all naked and saying popping mollies and like getting drunk and like drugs and doing lines and stuff like that. So
it was like a Vine.
But then, you know what's funny? Even after all that talking, don't you hear a lot of her music being played?
Oh yeah,
and it's like her number one.
She beat Gaga in a YouTube.
Yeah, see.
She was the video that got the most views in less time, like in 10 minutes or an hour or something like that.
So whatever she did at that awards thing, all twerking it with.
Yeah, with her nasty butt.
Well, whatever. But coming out with her sponge finger.
Last time they had a big buzz like that was when Gaga wore meat to the Grammys.
Yeah, so she did something right. Whatever. I mean, regardless,
yeah.
It's what sells, right?
Like
it's what sells. I like her music. I'll always like her music. But yeah, I do. When you think about it on the other sense, there are a lot of young girls that look up to her. But then again, that's why the parents should always be, because they look up to her, but that's why they have parents. You know
be aware
what I mean?
of what your kids are looking at and stuff. And, she's an artist. I mean, bottom line, she's an artist and an actress.
To whatever they want them to mold.
She can never grow up. A lot of, I guess people try to give her advice or whatever, but speaking of pop stars, have you guys seen that one Kesha documentary, My Crazy Beautiful Life?
No.
It's been out for maybe about a couple of weeks now, about a month. But
where do you find it?
Well, it's on demand. You can see it, just go under MTV. You can see it on demand. It's actually really, really good. It's really good. Yeah, it's just pretty much her brother started filming her since 2011 when she had her first big tour, and he just followed her till today.
I want to see
It's really good. So a lot of
I'll
things
probably
happen.
be checking that when I get home.
A lot of things happen backstage, and it's funny because
it's real life, huh?
It's real life. And then I remember seeing like on Perez Hilton or TMZ things that happen, and they actually show here behind the scenes and how it happened. Like there was one there was a part on the documentary that I was watching, and she arrived at an airport, and she's really embarrassed because there's paparazzi there. She didn't know, and the cameras are there ready to take pictures of her and stuff, and she doesn't have any makeup on, so she has a stuffed animal with her. It's like a shark stuffed animal, so she just puts it on her face. And then I remember seeing pictures like that on TMZ and Perez Hilton saying, what is she trying to be, Lady Gaga? What is she trying to do? But really she was just trying to hide from her face because she didn't have makeup on.
But that proves my point, how like paparazzis and everybody always twists things around because it's a story. It's what sells, and it's like, but really what she was trying to do was hide her face.
Yeah, and then there's parts when she's crying because Perez Hilton will bully her, and he puts stuff about her like on his site, and she's literally crying. She's like,
it's hard, that when you're trying it. That I've been thinking a lot about that recently. Especially kind of like doing what we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
then like if you're trying to get more out there, that's what comes with it. Like people looking at you and saying you're fat or saying you're too skinny or saying she didn't wear makeup, and that's what comes with it. And
I mean, they're still human beings.
That's horrible.
At the end of the day, they have feelings.
Like when you think about it, or something you post, something is being posted always.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what she was like saying. Like, what does he want from me? What is he trying to do to me? Why? Like, why is he's trying to make me?
So how do you rate that documentary?
A+.
A+. I can't wait to see it then. That's awesome.
It's good. She's like, I became more of a fan after watching it. Yeah.
You like really appreciate an artist and what they go to.
She writes all her music.
Is it kind of like the Beyonce one? Because I saw the Beyonce one, and it was good. It was good.
Yeah, I guess.
But then the Katy Perry one, the movie one, that really touched me. Like, it was really like to tears, I think, because it shows kind of like her breakup with her husband. And stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
Not too much. She kept it classy.
It was hard, like what she was going through, and then still had to be on tour. And yeah, you're right.
And that proves my
like
point.
That one.
A lot of the times, going back to the show that I was actually hosting yesterday, a lot of people were coming up to me and saying, wow, I can't believe, what you do, especially what recently happened. And a lot of people don't know. That goes back to my point. It's sort of a conversation I was having with my mom in the morning, of a lot of people don't know what you go through.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a mask that you have to put up.
And a lot of people probably saw your interview that was posted for Everyweight Woman.
That was really hard.
Yeah. When I saw
that was hard watching it. It was hard watching it.
Yeah. A lot of people tell me, like, what do you say to that? And it's hard. I mean, only you know.
It was a beautiful moment. And Madly in love.
Yeah, no, it was kind of cool seeing that you've never spoken about anybody, and then it was just really weird, especially me, like I've known you for a really long time, and to see you like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, wow, she actually said it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what comes with it. And I shared a beautiful story. And unfortunately, you know, what happened, the circumstances of what happened, you know, but going back to the topic that I was trying to say, you know, it's like you're wearing a mask and you still have to do what you do, you know, and trying to cover it up. And a lot of people see, oh, she's perfectly fine. Look at her. No, it's what I do. It's my job. You know what I mean? And
you're doing it on your own.
Yeah,
your own
and nobody knows what you go through. Nobody knows what you go through when you're at home or before you go up, or you know, and nobody has to know. But that's my point. Right. You know what I mean?
That's what Katy Perry did it. But you know, her story, Kesha and Katy Perry's, they're both really good, similar. The only difference is that Katy Perry's had like really good production, and this one, her brother did it with his own camera.
I love it. I want to watch it.
So it was really good.
Definitely want to watch it. Kesha, what is it called?
Kesha, My Crazy Beautiful Life.
Ooh, okay, gotta catch it. Let's go back to some music. Yeah, into KCAA 1050 AM with the oldies, with the classic glamour dolls. How are you guys liking this hour so far? We miss Boogie.
Yes, we miss Boogie. Boogie's going to be here with us today.
Yeah, they surprised me with that. 15 minutes before going on, I was all freaking out.
Like the music.
I know, but we picked this music, so this is from a little taste of the classic glamour dolls. Going back to shout outs, I want to go ahead and do. They Facebooked me with this. Daisy Lopez Cabral, shout out to my lover boy Angel Baby. There you have it by Daisy. Renee Cedillo. Renee. Shout out to Crispy and Anna and the CGD family for coming out to our show last night. Thank you, Anna, for hosting the zombie pinup contest. Woo woo! I loved it. Talking about the show, I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed hosting it. It was the bands were awesome. It was a full house. I can't believe how packed it was.
It was a good show. A lot of costumes, a lot of cool costumes, and it was really nice.
I loved it.
Nice to see everybody, and then just familiar faces.
And all the zombie pinup girls, like the way they were. Oh my god, it was scary.
Yeah, did you see the picture I posted on Classic Glamour Dolls?
No, I haven't. No,
it's pretty cool.
I gotta check it out. I remember when I first got there, they escorted me into this private room where I saw Renee there, right? And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I turn around to my right, and which is the girl that actually won. But it was a girl that was looking at me with yellow eyes, and I'm like, you're scary. I gotta go.
I think you saw her in the restroom or something, right?
She was cute. She's cute. Don't get me wrong, but I mean that was the point. Taking it back a notch and doing the whole zombie, the whole, you know, they were all messed up from the face, and but actually, which one was one of the winners? I
think it's the one that was getting ready for the other big. City
that was the one with the yellow eyes, but there was another one that was so cute that had when was it? The
one that had the brains like coming out of the back of her head. No, there was one that had cool brains.
That one was cool, but no, there was one with the fingers.
Oh, it looked like she had stitches right here.
Yeah, there was There was one with jewelry that had fingers.
With the fingers right here.
But that was cool. That was cool. I mean, but the one that stood out to me was her remark. It was the safety pins in her mouth, and then I asked her what inspired her to do that look, and she said, "My boyfriend told me to shut up."
Yeah, and then the other one, her inspiration was her ex-husband.
Oh,
remember? Yeah, my boyfriend said I talk too much, and then the other one said, Pachuco Jose is leaving the house.
Oh yeah, he's in the studio.
Yes.
Hola.
We play his music here too. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's end it. Let's end the show.
You know what? You guys stay tuned. I have a quick shout out. One more for LF Empowerment. They actually left.
I'm promoting their shirt right now.
Yes, Anna's wearing their shirt. One of the LF Empowerment shirts. She said, and my wife said, man, they're a good-looking family. Yes, you too. Good genes. Crispy Taco, Boss Lady, thank you for the support. And Anna, you look gorgeous. Love the tea on you. And then she also said that she wants to give a shout-out to the dolls who give back. My kind of mujeres.
Ooh, yes. Stay tuned to our next hour. The 8 to 9, we have the Rockabilly Mafia dolls. And this is a sisterhood that gives back to the community. And I can't wait to interview them. I saw some pictures posted up today. And I want to ask them about it. So stay tuned. That's the next hour. Crispy Taco on the mic on KCAA 10 AM on the Classic Glamour Dolls Live Radio Show, brought to you by Danny Alcaraz Production. An hour of great music and inspiring live interviews. You don't want to miss it. Stay on the mic on KCAA KCAA 1050 AM with the Classic Glamour Dolls live radio show brought to you by Danny Alcarez Productions. That was Treasure, Bruno Mars. Remember, you can watch us live on Ustream or on KCAAradio.com or on CGDradio.com. So...
I was looking at him because how much he loves Bruno Mars.
He's choking himself back there.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, CGD Live Radio Show. You guys can find us there. And our website that will be up in the next week or so, right?
It's in a week.
A week. Classic Glamour
I keep saying that every week. I'm busy, man. Just kidding. But yeah, we will have it up. But we actually have some really cool interview today. I'm really excited about interviewing these girls. There are the Rockabilly Mafia dolls. Say hi, girls.
Hello.
Welcome.
And we're going to get back to their interview and really talk about their sisterhood. And if anybody is interested in joining, they are known to give back to the community. And want to talk about, because I saw some pictures today, so we're going to talk about that. And the president's main story. So we'll get back to that, which really touched me. So it's going to be a good interview. Please keep staying tuned. Any shout-outs, Crispy, before we start?
For my girls, LF Empowerment, always give a shout-out. Anna's actually wearing one of their shirts from LF Empowerment. You guys can follow them on Instagram.
Fight like a legend.
LF_empowerment. Yes, they have a lot of good stuff. I've been seeing their shout outs on Instagram. So thank you. Thank you
for the shirt, girls, and all my jewelry. I keep wearing them.
Yes, I'm still waiting for mine.
Hint, hint. You just tuned into KCAA 1050 AM with the Classic Glamour Dolls live radio show. Boss Lady and Crispy Taco. That was Walking on a Dream, Empire of Sun. And we have here... Drum roll, please.
Drum roll.
The Rockabilly Mafia dolls. Okay, girls. Now this is your show now. They've been waiting patiently to come on. I want you girls to introduce yourselves first. One by one.
My name is Rabina, and I'm Mama Ace, and I am PR for the Rockabilly Mafia dolls.
Ooh.
My name's Elizabeth. I am known as Shooter, and I'm the president of the Rockabilly Mafia dolls.
My name's Anna. My name's Anna. They call me Dollface, and I'm also PR for the Rockabilly Mafia dolls.
My name is Michelle, aka Cherry Coke.
Cherry Coke?
Yeah.
Did I hear right? What do you do?
Oh, I'm just a prospect. I just joined these group of dolls, and I love it.
Awesome. We're trying to get the other mic to work right now. Okay, girls. So let us know, for the listeners that are listening in, what is the Rockabilly Mafia dolls?
No, go for it.
Okay.
Basically, we are a vintage-inspired sisterhood. At one point or another, everyone who is a part of this sisterhood has lived or shown an interest in the rockabilly lifestyle. And so that's all basically what you have to have is just, if you like it, it's something that you can be a part of. You know, it doesn't matter your size, your age, your race, anything. We want to make women feel beautiful and feel confident.
And you guys give back to the community.
We do. We actually just did a event yesterday.
What did you guys do with the pictures, right? That's the pictures that I saw.
Yes.
I was talking about that the hour before, and it's with the firefighters, right?
I saw a fire truck.
Yes.
What was that about? Talk to us a little bit about
we
that.
did hair and makeup. It's called the Community Outreach Car Show that is put on by several churches. And so it's a free event for the community. They were giving away groceries, food, things like that. And it just so happened that Pastor Johnny is a friend of my friend, who is Pachuco Jose, and one day we were playing at his house for his little granddaughter, and they were talking about the community outreach car show, and I said, Pastor, is there anything we can do for the community, to
help out
as the group? And he's like, yeah, what do you have in mind? And I was thinking, how about we do hair and makeup for ladies for free, of course. And he loved it. And so we were busy all day. We did hair and makeup for women.
How many makeovers?
Oh man, we don't even know how many, but we had to go and buy more bobby pins. We ran out of bobby pins, and we had to wait for a moment. Some of us had a break. But
It
most
was,
of us were all busy. I was up doing hair. We were all up doing hair. We had
So you guys
our,
do your own makeup and hair?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes,
Oh,
we do.
cool.
Yeah, we had our secretary have a game for the kids, and they loved it. They
Aw.
absolutely
Yeah,
loved
and
it,
we
yeah.
donated clothes for women and a couple of guy shirts. So we gave clothes away. We were giving toys away to the kids, and we were doing hair and makeup for women.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm all about giving back.
Yes.
So when I saw the picture actually on my Facebook, because
Yeah.
I scrolled down here and then
yeah, when you
and then I
have
was
time.
like, oh, how cool. I'm like, oh, this is what that's what
Yeah.
I guess called out your name more to me.
Oh,
Like, all right,
okay.
that's what it is. That's
Yeah.
that's the focus of it. But the word sisterhood, so it's like a family.
It is. It
Okay.
is because we want our members, our sisters, as we like to call them, to know that they have somebody, because sometimes women, as you know, we have hard lives, we're alone, we're single, we're this, we're that, and sometimes depression can fall in and you feel like, oh, nobody, but with us, you have someone, you're not alone. You can pick up the phone and talk to your sister. In any of our chapters, we're all like, we're so tight.
How many chapters are there?
There are, now I think there are like, 7?
Probably about 7.
We were the first chapter, Inland
Oh, wow.
Empire. And then there's, I know there's a San
Coachella?
Antonio, Texas, Coachella, San Diego,
San Diego, Huntington Beach,
They're,
Oh,
they're
wow.
just spreading.
Ohio,
Rapidly,
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
real fast, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same name or different names? It's different
Same
girl.
name.
It's the same name, just a
different
chapter.
city
Oh,
and
okay.
And state.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How do you guys?
growing.
So, who was the main creator for it?
It's Vanessa Garcia. That's the president of the original chapter in Fresno.
In Fresno. Big shout out to her.
Yes, yes.
Look at what she created, and now it's like
yeah.
spreading. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Our engineer being funny back there.
He's voguing back there.
He's voguing.
He is voguing.
Wow. So now it's spreaded everywhere, and you guys are the Inland Empire chapter, right?
We are, yes.
Okay. And you guys are here. One of the main focus is to be able to recruit more girls, right? You guys are looking
Yes.
for it to get bigger.
Actually, we are having our next prospect meeting tomorrow at 7 p.m. at Claim Jumpers in San Bernardino.
Awesome.
So any ladies who want to go, please, you are welcome to.
And when you guys have the meetings, what do you guys talk about?
We talk about the club,
Uh-huh.
what it's about. We talk about upcoming events, just things about
How
what
you
we
guys can
wanna
help
do,
back
yeah.
and how to spread the
Brainstorming,
word. That's kind of
exactly.
cool though
That's
when you
really
think
cool.
about it, because I do feel a lot, men or women, but in this case we're talking about women, go through a lot of stuff in life, and a lot of the times, especially going through something hard myself, it's like sometimes you fall into depression, you fall into, where you might feel alone, you know what I mean? And I that word, when you used it on your bio, the sisterhood, it really called out, because sometimes you do need that. You need friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need, and even sometimes you want to be alone, but the girls are always like, you're not gonna be alone, and it's just more like of a united family,
Yeah.
It is. It's actually a big family. You grow into it. It's like you don't sit there and look at them like. Nowadays, a lot of females disrespect each other, and it's amazing. Our group, we welcome everybody. You don't sit there and feel discomfort. You don't feel that you gotta sit in the corner and wait until someone walks up
It's like
to
you
you.
feel
know,
like family. Come
once
in.
they walk in, you hug them. You welcome them in with open arms.
Exactly.
That's it. You don't have to sit there and impress anybody.
Love
That's
it.
the amazing feeling.
You just walk in how you are, and you're welcomed.
You're
in.
welcome. There's
Love
nothing-
it,
Anybody's
love it.
welcome to join.
Love
Boss
it. Okay,
lady.
and Crispy Taco on the mic, right?
Is that my name?
Wow! First time he didn't have nothing to say.
You said Crispy Taco on the mic.
Wait, okay, I want you to
Like last
Instagram
week.
that. I want you to Instagram that.
Like
That's
last
something
week.
for you.
When he said, there's a shout out for Isaac. Who's Isaac? Oh, that's me. People don't know my real name.
How we do.
We're here with the Rockabilly Mafia dolls, talking a little bit about their sisterhood, and let's repeat the meeting that you guys are gonna have to actually get more girls in, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. at Claim Jumpers Restaurant in San Bernardino.
Okay. And you're
sounds good.
looking for?
Anyone. any woman who is interested, you are welcome to come meet with us and sit down and hopefully you
Ages?
can- 21 and over.
21 and over.
Yeah.
That's important to
Yeah.
add.
I'm sorry. That's the only thing because
The
due to
events and
fact
stuff
that-
you guys
yeah,
do.
The
Yeah.
events and
So it has to be 21 and over,
Yeah.
but anybody pretty much.
yeah.
You don't have to deal with parents'
You were gonna ask
permission.
something?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's probably a dumb question, but do you guys take men also or no? It's just dolls,
Oh, no,
just girls?
Actually, for the
dolls.
men, there's actually a car club that you guys could start up. We haven't had one out here yet for us. But there's
Oh, what is it called?
It would be called the ROCKABILLY MAFIA Car Club.
Ah.
So that, and they can go, if anybody's interested, they could speak to Vanessa Garcia, who is the president of the Fresno
To
original
start that.
chapter. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. They're.
What if they're not into cars?
What do they just want to hang
What if they don't know
out?
about cars?
And we have a supporter page as well, you know. You
Oh,
can
okay.
hang out.
That's good. It's good to know.
Not
It's good
only
to
that,
know,
I
right?
actually found out that one of the main things too that they do at the car clubs, like this, if you have a car,
Mm-hmm.
they trade off each week. Someone will go to your house and help you fix their car, and then you go
Oh,
help
okay.
them. Like whatever
So
you
they
need.
help out.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
still
cool.
get help within your chapter.
That's cool.
That's cool. Okay, cool. And we were actually during break, we were talking a little bit about doing the hair and makeup for what you do, and how is that feeling afterwards?
Oh my goodness. It's to me it was it's priceless, the look in the woman's face or the girl or whoever's hair we did. Just that look that they got when we turned the mirror around and showed them, look, you're done. This is what you look like now after your makeover. And there was this glow, this smile, it just touched my heart every time I saw.
Everybody has a story. Did you have a particular story doing hair and makeup yesterday that really like inspired you to keep doing this, or maybe it was a calling, or just share a story with
The
us?
first hairdo that we did, makeup actually, the one that you did.
Yeah, the very first one that I did was not elderly. She wasn't elderly. She was maybe in her 60s, I believe. She had a tumor. She was going through some treatment, you know, and she had very little hair. But, you know, I told her, you know what, just sit down and we're going to make you even more beautiful than you already are. And she started venting with me, and I was telling her about my, you know, cancer scare that I had. And we just started talking with each other, and it was just beautiful. And I was like, and then when I was done with her hair and everything, makeup, she just got this look in her eyes, almost like
That you gave back to her.
emotional, you know. And I was like, wow, I almost got emotional. So it's just beautiful.
And how about you, girls? Any stories?
Me, they were tripping out that my accent. They're like, you know Spanish? I was like, yeah, I do. And there's like 4 women that I did, and they were talking to me in Spanish. And a couple were telling me that they had like a rough time out here, and that they liked what we were doing. And they were asking me, were we putting anything? I was like, no, it's just a donation. I go, we're not expecting nothing from anybody. And she's like, I always wanted to try this style, but I never had it. I was like, all you need in life is to have confidence. That's all you need. If you could have confidence, I think anybody could pull off anything. Because there's days I rock fitted hats, there's days I rock a jersey, there's days, it just depends how I feel.
I like
confident,
your sweater.
you know? So it's like, and she was just telling me, she just thought it was amazing. And she came back, I think like 4 of her sisters, I did like 4 of her sisters. She's like, oh, she's related to me. Oh, she's related to me. I was like, okay, cool.
Anything you want to share? Quiet one over there.
Quiet.
What was her nickname again?
Cherry Coke.
Cherry Coke. Miss Cherry Coke over there, back there. Do you have any stories that you want to share with us that inspired you?
I guess it would be just the fact that I could do the type of hair, because I've never done that type of hair before ever. I'm used to doing my cousin's hair or something, but just the fact that I knew that I could do hair like that, I was like, oh, let's go. Where's that hairspray? Give me those bobby pins. And then it was, from then I was like, yes, let's go. Next girl.
Also, Cherry Coke made a couple of flowers. Didn't you?
Oh, I saw that in the
She
pictures.
made a couple of pink flowers.
the breast
with
cancer flowers.
cancer
Oh,
symbol,
wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Which was also touching for the first lady that we did. She loved it.
Do you guys have a Facebook?
We do have a Facebook. It's Rockabilly Mafia Dolls in an Empire.
Okay.
Yeah, and there will be pictures up of what we're talking
Of
about
this.
today. Yeah.
Awesome.
It
Okay,
should be
that
up
was my
tomorrow.
next question,
Yeah.
Miss PR over there. Boss Lady and Crispy Taco on the mic on KCAA 1050 AM with the Classic Glamour Dolls, a live radio show. And we have the Rockabilly Mafia Dolls here in the house. What's up, what's up? I'm seriously digging all your hairstyles, especially yours. Every time you're talking, I'm just looking at her. She's so pretty. Like, I just keep, and she knows how to play the stand-up bass. We're gonna talk. Big shout out because I actually saw you live and in Fullerton at the Atomic Ball. Big shout out to them. But and you gave us a big shout out too up on stage, so I loved it. But you were singing and playing the stand-up bass, and I was like, wow, you like totally. Let's talk a little bit about you because when I asked you to send me my bio, it was a really touching story that I know, being a part of what you do, I know you wouldn't have shared with me if you didn't feel comfortable talking about it. And I feel that your story can help out a lot of women, out there that go through perhaps what you went through. And I want you to share it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I was born in East LA and lived there for about 13 years. And then we moved to a city called San Jacinto, which is here in the Inland Empire. And I was about 14 years old throughout growing up, my dad would play the bass and the guitar. So I always saw that growing up. Plus my other uncles and aunts, whatever, were musicians. So about 14 years old, I took a really serious interest in bass and in music. And I asked my father if he would teach me how to play the bass. And so, of course, he did. And he taught me the basics, and I just took it and ran from there. And then shortly after that, I asked if we could start a band. So we did. I started calling radio stations, putting ads out there, making flyers, putting them at the carnicerias and everything like that. And we started getting guys calling us, and then we auditioned them, and before we knew it, we had a band. So we started doing that. And then this is a long story, so I'm sorry, but about 15 and a half years old, I think, we were playing a gig at a bar, and my ex-husband walked in, and so he started talking to my dad, and then they exchanged numbers, and then from there he started going to the house, and then he started jamming with us. So then, he started going to our gigs, and he would perform here and there with us. And so we were friends for about a year. And then after that, we became boyfriend and girlfriend. And then after I turned 18, and we got married. My parents were really strict, so I guess I thought it was a way that I could get out of the cage, I guess. But, I was completely wrong and naive, of course. So anyways, I stopped the band with my dad, and I started a band with my husband. And so then, but from the beginning, it was a very wrong relationship. It was bad. We were always arguing. There were problems.
But now you look at it now, huh? From this point of view, where now you can tell the red flags.
Exactly.
Where before it was like you're just in your own little world, right?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
We all go through it, women.
Yes, unfortunately. Even though your parents tell you, don't do this, mija, but you're like, yes, I'm going to do it because I think I know.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we were married for 7 years. It was very difficult times that we went through. He had a very difficult personality, very, I don't want to say physically abusive, but verbally abusive. He would neglect me, belittle me, just treat me like a dog, basically. And in front of people, in front of, even on stage sometimes. And it was just crazy, So
That
we
does a lot.
struggled.
That does a lot for a woman, huh?
Oh, it's very damaging.
Very damaging.
The hidden scars are the ones that.
It's like you really never get over it.
No, you don't. And it follows you wherever you go, unfortunately. But so, you know, with time, there was even a point that we were homeless, you know. We were eating from the trash. We didn't have any money. We didn't have anything because he was such a difficult person to deal with that not very many people liked him, you know, including my parents. They all had a little falling out, you know, and so that was difficult. So that's when we were homeless and struggling. But, you know, with time, parents being the loving parents they are, they I guess, worked things out, and we were able to move back with them. He finally, I taught him how to be stable and keep a job, because I guess he didn't believe in stability and staying with one job, you know. So, and it's funny because I was younger than him, 13, 14 years younger than him, and he had this mentality, like a very bad. But anyways, so after all the struggles, we managed to save money with, of course, my parents' help, because they allowed us to live there. And then we bought our house. We had our band. We had everything. But then I think it got to him like I don't know. He didn't remember who helped him, you know, go through the struggles and whatnot. So he just didn't care. So he continued with his poor attitude and horrid attitude towards me, towards my family, even though they had helped us so much, you know. And it's like, wow, really? Okay. So it just got to a point where the disrespect had gone beyond any repairs possible. So I said I had enough. I couldn't do this anymore. So I said I want a divorce, and we did. We got a divorce. We sold our house. I went back to live with my parents, and then I was, you know, single for about 5 years, dated on and off here and there throughout that time. But it seems like each guy that I was with, you know, they all either cheated on me, neglected me, mistreated me. It's always something bad, you know. So I was like, okay, well, you know, maybe I need to be single for this time. But anyways, 5 years passed, and then I met someone, and we started dating. And 3 months later, you know, I figured, okay, I'll give it another shot. So we got married, and that was my second ex-husband, unfortunately. So then 2 months after we got married, I find out he was cheating on me, and he was extremely verbally abusive.
Wow.
I got sick because of it. I was depression kicked in. You know, I was low self-esteem. I was.
It comes with it. Those type of relationships do that to you.
Oh yeah, he was horrible. You know, and I tried to work it out because I said to myself, I didn't get married again to get another divorce, you know?
No, I don't think nobody does.
You know? And so I stuck around, but he cheated again. I was like, really? Like, and I was even helping him financially, and like, I'm like, dude, can't you see I'm trying to... But yet, a third time, and I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I'm out, you know? So then that's when I got my second divorce. And since then... like, I've been single, like, I've dated here and there, and, again, the same story, you know. Unfortunately, men just, I guess, I don't know what they're thinking, what's in their minds, but it's always...
Do you hear that engineer over there? He turns around. But the point is, like, the reason that I wanted to share your story is because I feel like a lot of people do tune in, whether you're a guy or you're a girl. And, you know, you can be very inspiring to another person. Like, wow, look at her now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they don't know what your past was, but just the point that you're actually sharing it, that takes a lot of
Yeah.
You know, that you're here on radio sharing
it's
it,
hard
and it's
right
not
now,
about
but-
bashing people. I want to
Right.
Hey,
go
there's a
ahead and put
supervisor
that.
at my job that used to get beat by his wife.
Oh, my
And they
goodness.
laugh at him, but it's both ways.
It go-
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can. I've heard of
And it's really
many-
sad. And he's
It
had
is,
3
yeah.
wives also.
It
so
is
many
both
times.
ways.
And
It's-
the last one used to hit him.
See,
And he's
I
like an
don't-
older man too. It's sad.
To me, it's like respect is so important. So if I'm in a relationship with somebody and there is disrespect, I'm out because I can't tolerate that. Not anymore. Not after what I've been through because it just shouldn't be that way. A relationship is about love, you know, caring for one another. You have your man's back, he has your back. It's a team effort. You're together. It shouldn't be about fighting, problems, bad things, negative
Well,
things.
I
You can
definitely
share,
want to come back what those signs, what those red flags are, so you can help somebody out there that is maybe in a relationship that they don't know what they're in. You just tuned into KCAA 1050 AM with the Classic Glamour Dolls live radio show. Boss Lady Crispy Taco and the Rockabilly Mafia Dolls here in the house. So what's up?
What's up with
And
that?
seriously, we were talking about relationships, and of course, you know, if you're just tuning in, the Rockabilly Mafia Dolls are a sisterhood that give back to the community. They just did a lot of makeovers yesterday for, what was it again? What organization?
It was the community outreach car show.
And
52 hairdos.
52 hairdos.
59.
59.
59.
And
To my husband. Manuel Flores, I hope you're listening.
shout out. And the whole point of it is, you know, they're here to recruit more girls into their sisterhood. But the word sisterhood, it goes back to being able to be a family. You know what I mean? And especially a lot of the times we may feel depressed. We may feel alone. We may feel all these feelings being as women, you know, our daily struggles, even if you're a mom or single or just in general, your own story. And the sisterhood is here to not make you feel alone and be there for one another. So pretty much that's what it is. We were sharing the main president, Elizabeth. What's your nickname?
Shooter.
Shooter. Okay, shooters. You know, main story in regards to her story in being emotionally abused, you know, and being in bad relationships, you know, and but look at who she is today. That was the whole point.
Thank
Look at
God.
who she is today. Look at and the reason I wanted to share her story is that we feel that there's a lot of people that can benefit from this, seeing the red flags. So let's talk about those red flags. If there's a girl that's in a bad relationship right now, what could be one of the red flags? Everybody's welcome on this.
Controlling, the jealousy, obsessions, who's your friends, how do you know them,
Constantly keeping track of where you're going, what you're doing.
questioning what time you got there, what time you arrived. It's the little things that we think, oh, they're cute, but it's not.
You know what? It's true.
My
It's
ex-husband
so
used
true,
to
though.
make me
It's so
send him
true.
pictures of where I was.
What?
Oh God.
He's like,
Is it more? Does it have to do more with just trust alone? Like, can all that be under trust?
I think
I
so.
think
I
so.
think I think honestly, it's more insecurity than anything.
but you know what's ironic about that is because he's the one that was cheating on me, but yet,
He's asking you, what are you doing?
yeah,
Guilty
you know,
conscience.
Exactly.
Guilty conscience. It's 'cause
Guilty
he
conscience.
probably he's probably
Girls,
thinking
if
like,
you see all those red flags, bye.
Run,
Say
run.
bye.
And this is another point that I was pointing out. A lot of the times, you know, we may start off with a relationship like that, right? And the next ones are kind of the same. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know why we do it. And then all of a sudden, hopefully, you know, knock on wood, something good happens out of it. That somebody slaps us around and we realize, like, hello, one of our friends, like, you are in the wrong relationship, and you know, you get in the right one. But prior to that, I mean, that's why I think that we can all relate during
I
our
think
commercial.
it also has to do with our parents' relationships, how theirs were, how
Oh, yeah.
long our mothers and our dads stuck around, and what they dealt with. That we saw that was, you know what? Yeah, they love each other, and they did it. We could do it. It goes back to a lot of things. We go back to what we see our friends go
That's
through,
a
our
good point
family
of view, you know?
members. You know, we look at it like, you know what? She got abused, she got hit, or she got slapped around. I think this is a relationship. You know what I mean?
That is true,
Until
though.
someone
A lot
comes
of the time
around
makes sense.
and opens up your eyes and says, "This is not a relationship. This is more. He's either trying to be your dad, or she's trying to be your mom. It goes either both ways. It's. I'm not only saying it's only men do it to women. Women do it to men all the time as well.
It goes both.
Yeah.
It goes
It's
both.
just not an
It's true.
open subject that goes up a lot. You know, it's just an women are easier to come out than men, because men feel it's.
I love this topic though, because I feel like a lot of people, women especially, or men, are watching it, and like I said, it hits home to a lot of people. Like,
because it just doesn't only go to women. A lot of men do get disrespected. A lot of men do get put down. They get the same treatment we get. It's just not an open subject.
Some men are abused. And sometimes physically abused.
That's true.
And it's not.
No,
a
and
subject that
it could be funny, but you know,
it goes a subject
it's not.
that's very untouched.
It's not, you know, and there should be those red flags. I mean, whether you're a man or a woman watching right now.
I think everybody, men or women, they just need to realize their self-worth and love themselves and realize that they don't deserve to be treated like that. They deserve the best. You know,
They do.
everyone does.
What's something that the best advice that you can give to somebody?
If you're looking for love, you always find it at home.
Okay.
You always find it with your best friend, the one person you can't stand but always argue with, the one person that's going to tell you the truth. You don't necessarily need to be in a relationship, because your friend, your sister, your kids, your daughters is your relationship. The same way you fight with them, the same way that's your relationship. That's the person you love. That's something that's unconditional, and it's good for you. It's actually very good for you, and it's very healthy. And we need to understand not to bottle up everything, because when we bottle up everything, everything does explode, and explodes to a wrong person. And the best thing we could do is always vent.
It's true though. It's true. And being able to, I mean, I used your example because your bio was sent to me because I asked for it. But at the same time, when we were all talking on break, it's like we all have our own stories, you know, every one of you, you know, and you started getting emotional.
Yeah.
You know, and then I wanted to get emotional, but you know, in general, we all go through things. I too was once in a relationship where I really don't talk much about it because that was, you know, a long time ago. And to be honest with you, I don't even want to give him recognition. It's not worth it to me. But I'm going to share it because I feel like it could help a lot of people too, you know? And I was in a relationship for 7 years that was very abusive too, emotionally. So I totally understand, you know, 7 years, imagine. And, you know, maybe it had a lot to do with me being overweight too, because I was a lot heavier, you know, and not having that self-esteem or that love for myself, you know. And mind you, when I grew up, my parents were together. So whatever I saw at home, you know, I don't think it reflected on my relationship. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like because I saw pure love at home. You know what I mean? Yeah. But when I don't know how I ended up in a relationship like that, but it really took me.
And you know what? It's not only her, the one that suffered, but her whole family suffered as well. We didn't even like the guy, but we had to pretend to like him for her
because
then we don't want to lose her.
Yeah, and that's
you know what I mean?
true.
And bringing him around and knowing things that we can't tell her because she is.
And he was a
believes
cheater
him,
too.
You know,
and I knew about it. You know how horrible that was.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
And we couldn't
girls,
say
like
anything
he would have
not
come
to
home
hurt
with
her
hickeys.
feelings
Let's just say that.
But a lot of family members do that. A lot of family.
We didn't want to lose her.
Yeah,
you know?
a lot of family members do that. They stay quiet for a simple fact they don't want to lose the relationship, or they don't want you to be like, you know what?
Then she won't come around.
Yeah, because you push people away sometimes. You really do in relationships. If you tell them honestly that you push them away, and you lose.
And because of that, you know, I remained very, how do you say, what's the right word? Very.
Now she's even closer to us than she was
I'm
ever
way
before.
closer, but in a sense, it's like you're so away from relationships. You know, it's like, whoa, you're like, beware. But I was able to catch those red flags now. And using my story, I hope, you know, I can help out those like women too.
Yeah,
you know, and I think that's why I'm so good when I talk about relationships.
Yeah.
I just don't share that story live, but now I just did. There you go.
Good giving advice. We're just sometimes not good accepting our own advice.
One thing I do want to say about that is that you asked to get what advice you could give. Is,
go ahead and end it with that.
Yeah,
what advice would you give?
Just be patient. Don't try to make things happen. Allow things to happen naturally, because God has a person indicated for each one of us. And if you go and hurry and choose somebody, you're rushing, later you're married, and then you see this awesome looking person or awesome personality, and you can't stop thinking about that person, and maybe you pray about it and God reveals to you, that's because that's the person I had for you, but you chose this one. You should have been patient. It's just patient.
The president's advice to you. And my advice, love yourself first. Love yourself first, and everything else will follow.
I think that's the best advice.
Yeah.
If you could learn how to love yourself, everything else is possible.
Yes.
Like RuPaul.
Way to go.
Yeah,
That was,
You
these
can't
are...
love yourself. How the heck you can love anybody else?
These are the Rockabilly Mafia dolls. Remember, they're going to have their meeting at Claim Jumpers tomorrow. What time?
7 p.m.
What Claim Jumpers?
San Bernardino.
Follow them on Facebook, Rockabilly Mafia Dolls, the LN Empire. And thank you guys for tuning in. Tune in every Sunday. And the song of the engineer's choice, we don't have time. No? That's a wrap, right? Shout out.
One quick shout out, and this
Really
is
quick,
an Instagram
really quick,
follower
really quick.
for Anita M. Delgado. She said, great show, you guys. It's only now we're into it, but this
This could be
needs
2
to get
hours
a few
relationship.
drinks for work. Smiles, great show, good peeps. My love and respects from Arizona.
Okay, bye guys.
Just wanna know who's a fool like so. Play that wicked game. To love is not a shame. I took you in my arms with no regrets of harm. Broke his heart down with your sexy, sexy charm. Player that you are, I'll get another star. I guess it's not our time to caress my mind. Oh, baby, I feel my love is not enough for you. Make it tough. You said my stuff. Nothing left to say. This girl is getting up. I live with my mistake.